Alright, it's almost midnight and I took my car for a little joyride. You can see my gauges are looking very nice here. There's a footwell LED that's the same color, so I'm just gonna enjoy it. And while I'm enjoying, I'm gonna also say the 5 reasons why this Peugeot 207 GTI is actually a great city car. Now, let's start with the first thing. The first thing that still amazes me to this day is this engine produces a big amount of torque in the very low RPMs. In first gear, I can just let go of the clutch completely and the engine doesn't complain. You don't get that feeling that the car is gonna shut off. So right now, I'm not pressing the gas at all. I let go of the clutch and the car is still rolling. That's a very good thing when you're in heavy traffic. You can just put in the first gear and just let go of the clutch and you're cruising at like 5 kilometers per hour. But also, I mean, when I press gas, I mean, turbo cars are very torquey in the lower RPMs, but this car especially, like, this is diesel level power in the lower RPMs. The next thing is the visibility. Now, this car, it has a huge windshield, and you can see they put the side mirror here so that this A-pillar you can see on both sides very nicely, and same goes with the A-pillar on the other side. So I love it. The visibility is excellent in this car. I have no complaints. Okay, let's launch the car while we're here and there's no people. I turned off the ESP. The third thing is of course, size of the car. This car is only 4 meters long. I'm gonna put how much is that in feet, but this car being small, you can park it everywhere. So if you live in a very crowded city and the parking is very hard to find and every parking is very tight, then this car comes in handy. One more positive is for a hot hatch, it has very high ground clearance. Now I put the lowering springs on mine, so it's not I lost that benefit, but from the factory they're quite high, so you don't have to worry that much about will you scrape the floor or bumper. So that's pretty nice if you ask me. But yeah, I lowered it because I'm taking this car on a track and I appreciate the improved handling. The fourth thing is the steering wheel. The steering wheel in this car is so light. You can clearly see with my 2 fingers I'm steering the car, and that's actually for city excellent. You don't get tired of driving. Also, while you're parking, when the car is at the complete stop, it still turns very easily. So for city, that's excellent. The clutch is a bit on a heavier side, but you don't have to press it so much. The bite point is very high. I drove other Peugeot 207 GTIs and they're all the same, so it's not just my clutch that needs replacing. So yeah, the fourth thing, the light steering wheel. So the fifth and the last thing is the fuel economy in city. I already made a dedicated video showing you and driving in city, and it was around 9 liters per 100 kilometer in city. Now that is if you don't drive it spiritedly, if you don't do pulls like this. But if you're just driving normally, expect the fuel economy to be around 10 liters per 100 kilometer, which is great. I mean, I know it's a smaller engine, but it's still a turbo, it's still a petrol car, and the competition can't match it. The Opel Corsa OPC or the Renault Clio RS, they all have 12 to 14 liters per 100 kilometer, which is around 20% less fuel efficient. So fast. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I love these night joyrides, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.